Well, the holidays can be a stressful time for adults and for children. Kids Help Phone is a free counseling service for young people, and it sees a spike in overall call volume at this very time of year, especially from tweens and from young teens. Joining us now is President and CEO Sharon Wood of Kids Help Phone. Thanks for being with us this morning, Sharon. Let's talk about this time of year. We as adults feel the stress of shopping and all of this end of year stuff that's happening. But what you're saying is that for teens and tweens, this is also a very stressful time of year.
It's a very stressful time. For some kids, it's actually the worst time of year. It's not the best time that adults are thinking about. And, think about it. Their social structures change. School's out. That could be great for some kids. For others, it just means less structure. Their peer networks are gone. A little more isolated. Social isolation happens. And if the family is a bit dysfunctional, that affects the kids. And then you think about kids looking at all those social media messages, seeing this ideal portrayed by others who are getting this really special time with gifts and other things that may not be the reality for everyone.
So let's talk about the kind of calls that Kids Help Phone is getting at this time of year.
So our overall contacts do increase right around this time of year, and that's on the phone and online. So we have a live chat and a phone and our teen website. And issues like suicide and self-harm and physical and emotional abuse and social isolation, this idea of anxiety and depression and being worried about the future, that all happens in a greater degree. Very serious issues at this time of year, going into the new year.
Do you find it's becoming more acute at this time of year, maybe because of the proliferation of things like the perfect life on social media and the like?
Well, we believe that it's in part what they're exposed to. Also, there's more time to be reflective, and if their situation at home isn't what is the ideal, it's that distance between, that tension and anxiety between what they believe it should be. So kids reach out because they need support, they need help, they need a listening ear. And you picture at the time when other people are with their families having a lovely family meal, picture our counselors, professional counselors, every seat fill in our counseling center. Wow. And they're away from their families at this time to be there on the phone and online with our kids in Canada who need help.
It's vital work. Now, right now is the time that you're saying that a lot of these kids need you the most, and yet you're finding that donations, however, have not been what you had hoped for this season. Take us through that.
Well, it's really important for charities this time leading up to the holidays and into the holidays, a really time for giving. And our holiday campaign is tracking at about half of what it was last year. And at a time...
That's pretty significantly low.
It's significant, and we know there's a lot of causes out there. Many charities are, this is the important time of year. So right until December 31, we won't know how it actually ends up, but we do know that with the need being greater than ever, we're really hoping that we can shed a light on something that's been invisible. We're anonymous and confidential as a helpline, and that idea of what's really happening behind the scenes when kids are reaching out may not be visible for people.
And speaking of that, perhaps you should reiterate what exactly it is when some young person calls you, that the fact is it is anonymous, it is confidential. Do you think that message is getting out there to kids?
So it's anonymous and confidential. Many kids know us. I don't think adults know us as much. So at kidshelpphone.ca, there's amazing resources as well for parents of teens, parents of young kids, where they're worried about something their kid is facing. They can look at that content online and find amazing support, whether it's about issues like sexting or cyberbullying, or does their child have an eating disorder or seems anxious or depressed. All of that information's there for parents too.
And we hope that this information reaches the right ears and helps you to pump up those donations. Sharon, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate it. So we do have a link up to Kids Help Phone on our website as well, so please donate if you can.